Hello, my name is Morgan Prost, and I will be presenting this organizational change management plan from the perspective of the president and CEO of Taylor Industrial Electronics. And we are talking about implementing a new tariff policy. So, what are we doing here today? I've gathered you all together to talk about a policy that we are going to be implementing that is going to help us recuperate some of the losses that we've incurred over the last year or so from tariffs. So, every organization goes through periods of change. Some are brought on by external factors, while others, they're initiated from within. For us in this situation, this tariff has been an external factor, and we've done our best to manage it since they first were charged. So the change that we're going to be working on implementing, and I'm going to be talking to you about today, is a new policy that we're going to be passing along the costs of the tariff that we have been charged over the last year. We're no longer going to be absorbing that. So this will be effective for all products that are being purchased out of China. Taylor is one of the last companies that are going to be passing along these costs. This has helped us grow our business in some ways, but we're not seeing the results that we were hoping for. So we are going to be making this decision mostly out of business necessity. This goal that we're going to be trying to come through here on is to implement this plan, but we're going to focus on the customer and we're going to focus on making sound business decisions. So some of you may be asking, why are we doing this? Over the past year and a half, Taylor has been known as the tariff-free zone. However, in doing this, we have not been able to see the growth that we've been hoping to see, and we've lost $8.1 million in net profits to absorbing the tariffs. So we have some speculations as to why our prices are not good enough to bring in this new business. And we really truly believe it's because that our competitors, depending on who the manufacturer is, have better special pricing agreements than we do. So because of this, even if we don't add the tariffs, they're able to still sell it at a better price than we are. So if we continue to absorb these tariff charges, there's going to be little to gain from it. And if we stop, there's going to be little to lose. So the reason why that is because just like our competitors have better special pricing from some manufacturers, we also have better special pricing than they do. So this really turns our weakness into our strength. So because we're unable to gain new business due to others having better special pricing agreements with some manufacturers, at least at the same time, we won't lose business over this due to our own special pricing agreements. So the only thing that we have to lose by not doing this is future profits. Well, now how are we going to approach this? The whole attitude and purpose behind the original decision to absorb the tariffs was that we were wanting to provide value to our customers to grow the business. The trade war has continued to go on, and there is speculation as to when it will come to an end. However, it is my vision to continue to try to provide value to our customers while slowly passing along the cost of the tariff over the course of the year. Might be asking yourselves, well, how are we going to do that? Sounds like this is a lose-lose for our customer. Well, I will be addressing some of the programs that we can offer them to maybe offset this as we continue along. This is not going to be a one and done decision, though. We are going to slowly increase it over the course of a year, which will be done quarterly. This will allow customers time to plan and adjust accordingly for the fiscal toll that it will take on their business. Also, we are kind of hoping that it may go away before the end of the year, in which case we will no longer have to pass along this tariff charge at all. There are a few major concerns that we want to address, and we will do those both individually. The largest concern is, are we going to lose business over this? We have thought deeply about that, and again, kind of making our weakness our strength here. We have better special pricing agreements with some of our manufacturers than our competitors do. So even by adding in the cost of the tariff, we are going to still be more competitive than our current competition, who, by the way, is also selling it with the full cost of the tariff added in. In order to hide our costs, we are not going to disclose how much our tariff charge is being increased. Another way to hide our costs will be to adjust the markup charge on the cost of the tariff. There's been some disagreement as to whether there should be a markup charge to this item itself. However, it was concluded by me, the president, and the CEO and board of directors that this is to be calculated in as part of the true cost. As to how much will be marked up is to be determined by the managing team and their sales staff. Well, what do we need from you? In the spirit of our original intention, we wanted to provide value for our customers. And we totally understand that all of our customers will not be fully prepared for this kind of a change. That is why we are putting a fair amount of autonomy in this decision when it comes to how the tariff charge will be passed along and how much of the market will be applied. The goal here is to stop the hemorrhaging of our profits from these tariffs without disrupting our customers with a sudden decision to fully apply this tariff charge. Every individual knows the needs of their customers better than any manager, any president, and CEO. That is why the decision has been left to the discretion of the individual sales rep as you work together with you, the managing team. By allowing for this, we really are hoping to empower you, the individual sales rep, because you alone know what your customers' needs, and you are vital to the success of this transition as we begin implementing this change. So what's in it for you? What's in it for your sales reps? Well, we've thought about that too, and during the course of the next year, there is going to be some awards that will be given to those who are taking this seriously and are gaining business and keeping business. So during the next year, we're going to be doing an initial account review. This will be done by each branch manager for every location. Each manager is to go over the sales reps' accounts with them and look to see what parts are currently being purchased that have a tariff on them, and also look at what potential parts could be coming in the next year that would have a tariff on them. After doing this initial assessment, we're going to look at how the change will impact each individual customer, and then we're going to make a plan as to how we are going to apply these tariffs charges. There's also going to be a secondary plan around how much to increase the cost, which is going to be passed along over the course of the next year. After every quarter, this plan will be reassessed, and we will assess the progress. There will be awards given for whichever branches have the lowest amount of tariff charges that are being absorbed, and then there will be awards that will be gifted as a bonus that will be determined by the branch manager as to how the breakdown of the award will be given to their team. This will be done quarterly until the staff has been successfully able to pass along the tariffs to our customers. Now, there most certainly will be obstacles to overcome as we begin to implement this. It will be more difficult for our larger customers. We have some customers that do tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, and then we have those customers that do millions with us. For those that do the millions, it will be the most difficult. It's going to be our goal to find ways to offset these expense increases by looking for other ways to provide value for our customers. The whole point here is to increase what we are passing along with tariff charges, but at the same time looking for ways to provide value to our customers in other ways. This is going to take some dedication out of our sales staff to find the needs of our customers and work with them to provide innovative solutions. One way that we can provide value to our customers as we go through this is by offering them our excess inventory program. Through this, we can offer to buy back product that they're not using, and this allows them to get rid of inventory that they do not need and it happens to be taking up room in their warehouse. This also is a product that is depreciating in value most likely, and it could be considered a negative asset to our customers. So through our Access Inventory program, we can buy back product that they're not using and either have it recycled or sold if it is usable material. So this program that we have to offer is twofold. There's an in-house shipping and a vendor management inventory program that we offer. The shipping, this offers a major discount on shipping, and it allows us to ship things that would typically require a freight carrier for much less than it would normally cost. This also opens the door then for our vendor management inventory program. VMI is a program which puts parts on a blanket order for a year, in which we then manage that stock and put it on their shelves at their location. So this frees up a ton of time for the material planners to work on other tasks that they are required to do, and that provides cost savings through time. Lastly, the other program that we can offer is value add. So this would also help to offset some tariff fees that we're going to be passing along. Through this program, we can take parts that would normally be assembled as a kit by the customer, and we could package that for them. This is just one example. There are many applications that we could use for value add, such as cable assemblies, harness assemblies, just to name a few. By doing this, though, we save the customer production time, which saves them money. In some cases, it's enough to eliminate an entire step in their assembly process. What are we hoping to achieve through making this change? At the beginning of this plan, the notion was mentioned that we want to provide value to our customers. The decision at the beginning, when we had first talked about absorbing the cost of this tariff, we had made that decision with the thought of the tariffs not being around for very long. However, the reality is that it's continued this long, and it looks as though it's going to continue for some time. With the hopes that this will be gone within the next year, possibly, the decision to pass along the tariffs was made in hopes to recuperate some of the losses we've had over the last year. But at the same time, we are hoping that the tariff will be gone before the end of the year when we will be charging the full price of the tariff. So this has been made that there's some fear that Chinese companies will increase their costs after the tariff goes away. However, we do not believe that is the case. The whole purpose behind applying the tariff charges in the first place was so that they would artificially inflate the cost of Chinese products. This was done in a way that was designed to push business to other countries and to also bring manufacturing jobs back to the United States, and it is doing so effectively. So with that logic, it would not make sense, and it would not be in China's best interest to continue to charge the higher prices after the tariffs go away. Otherwise, they would risk being outpriced and outmatched by quality from other competitors. So to make this change stick at the end of the year, we will be applying the full cost of the tariff with various markup prices to the individual customers in order to hide our costs. And then we will continue to enforce this policy until the tariff charges are renegotiated and dissolved.